If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Poton Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. If you're looking for sealed product, Paladin Cards has some of the best deals and you can get 5% off any purchase with code TABLEMON5. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. So we have Lost Origin coming up. We're taking a look at some of the cool new decks from the set. And we have, much to my dismay, a brand new VMAX that could potentially start doing well. Now, I'm happy as long as there's a balance between V-Stars and VMAXs. I'll be happiest when there's no more VMAXs in existence in any format or any three-price Pokemon ever again in the history of the Pokemon trading card game. But for now, we still have to deal with these and we still have to cope with them. And Kyurem VMAX is a brand new VMAX with 330 HP, so this VMAX is definitely comparable to Ice Rider Calyrex, but this has 10 more HP, has the ability Snow World, where once during your turn you may discard the top card of your deck. However, if it is a water energy, you attach it to one of your Pokemon, so it can power up itself, can power up other water type attackers as well, which is pretty cool. And we have the Max Frost attack, doing 120 damage. You discard any number of water energy from this Pokemon, and this attack does 50 more damage for each card discarded in this way. Now, if you discard the 3 water energies that you're using to pay for the attack cost, that is 270 damage, which is enough to KO some V-Stars, but with a little bit of extra help from Choice Belt, you get to 300 damage, and that's a 1 KO on all other V-Stars. However, there's no limit to the amount of energy that you can discard, which is usually something that ends up limiting some of these attacks. However, there's no limit to Kyurem VMAX's attacks. So if you discard 4 waters, which through your ability, through Melanie, and through Palkia VSTAR, doesn't sound far-fetched to be able to pull off, because you only need to pull it off twice, right, if you're knocking out a VMAX. That's 320 damage right there. And that's enough to 1 KO most VMAXs other than Kyurem. But you also have Choice Belt, which in turn lets you KO every single Pokemon in existence as of August 2nd, which is when I am recording this video. So how are we going to take advantage of Kyurem VMAX's fabulous ability? Well, Oranguru, with its ability to let you put a card from your hand to the top of your deck, is a really good way. Reminds us of Colossal VMAX as well, in that sense. But Oranguru lets you put those waters, you use your ability, you discard them, and then you're in a really, really good spot, powering up. And that's why we have 3 Orangurus. There might be a turn where we want to use 3 Orangurus in a single turn to put 3 energies back, use 3 abilities, and boom, continue to power up, right? We also have Palkia VSTAR with its Star Portal VSTAR ability, allowing you to attach 3 water energy cards from your discard pile to your water Pokemon, which means you can power up a Kyurem VMAX immediately after it discarded all its energies, and you can make sure that you have enough energy in play to 1 KO anything that is in front of you. So these decks are obviously best at trading against big Pokemon, not so good against the smaller single price attackers, but that's okay. And then we also have Radiant Greninja, which provides extra draw through concealed cards and also a threat of bench damage through Moonlight Shuriken. So overall, it's a pretty simple, straightforward deck that has been doing well in Japan, and I wanted to talk about it because it seemed like Kyurem VMAX, it's not on the power level of Mew VMAX, but it is on the higher power level than things like Malamar VMAX or Flying Pikachu VMAX or even Duraludon VMAX, which are the other VMAXs that we do see get play throughout the metagame. And then in terms of consistency, we have 4 Research, 4 Marnie, 2 Melanie, and 2 Boss Disorders rounding out the deck. We have 4 Quick Ball and 4 Ultra Ball to search for any Pokemon we might need. And then we have a lot of Energy Search with the 3 Capacious Pockets. We have Energy Recovery with the Energy Retrievals and the 2 Training Cards. And we also have switching cards with the switches a Tool Scrapper, which can remove those pesky big charms to make it easier for us to get KOs. We also have a Scoop Up Net to either utilize Radiant Greninja or Oranguru's ability to take advantage of their abilities in combination with our Pokemon, or simply to retreat them, and then the 2 choice belts to increase the damage output of the attacks of both Kyurem VMAX and Palkia VSTAR, right? Let's not forget Palkia VSTAR is a very powerful and very cool card that can do a lot of damage very quickly, and if your opponent doesn't keep their bench under control, then you can easily get some KOs with it as well, right? And then in an ideal world, we attack with a Kyurem VMAX or with a Palkia VSTAR first, and then with another, a different Pokemon. So ideally, we want to use Kyurem VMAX into Palkia, into Kyurem, or Palkia into Kyurem, right? So obviously, our opponents will play Boss's Orders, and they will try to play around that, but that's the ideal, right? Forcing your opponent to play to 8 prize games rather than 6 prize games. So yeah, like I said, this is comparable to what Ice Rider Counter X, with Palkia VSTAR is trying to accomplish right now. This is not playing the Intelligent Engine because you do need Oranguru's Primate Wisdom ability to be able to synergize with Kyurem VMAX's ability correctly, and that is why we also have a very high energy count at 13, yeah, along with a bunch of energy recovery. One thing, or one big weakness I do see immediately in this deck from this Japanese version of it is the weakness to Path to a Peak. So I would definitely say the Scoop Up Net is probably a card that you could sacrifice in order to play an extra stadium card, and then I definitely wouldn't mind taking out perhaps a Marty, right? And perhaps the Tool Scrapper. As a Tool Scrapper, what is it going to be useful for? It's going to be useful to, against Jolteon, I guess, but you'll probably struggle against Jolteon no matter what. But it'll be useful to get rid of big charms. But that just means you need an extra energy to knock them out, right? So I feel like that's something that you can definitely forego. And then I wouldn't be opposed to seeing a Pumpkaboo and perhaps a couple of evolution instances in the deck to search for Kyurem VMAXs and Palkia VSTARs in an easier, less resource-intensive way than Ultra Ball is, because the 2-card discard from Ultra Ball can definitely be detrimental in some points of the game, especially with no Pokemon or support or recovery as we have in this list. Definitely a lot of room to tinker with. Perhaps you don't need Palkia VSTAR, but I feel like pairing up 3 energies at once, at least once per game, is way too good not to take advantage of. Maybe you play a 1-1, maybe you play a 1-2 with heavy balls, I don't know. But yeah, Kyurem VMAX, I'm surprised they're still releasing VMAXs, at least they're not the focus of the game anymore. And I don't mean one good VMAX to come meddle with all the really good V-Stars, right? Which is also questionable, as I'd say outside of Arceus and Palkia, good V-Stars are starting to dwindle a bit. Perhaps that's intentional due to the fact that Scarlet and Violet are going to come out soon. Perhaps it's also, I haven't seen Giratina V-Star in action, so maybe we'll have Giratina V-Star in action, and we'll have all the Diamond and Pearl legendary Pokemon, Arceus, Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina in contention for best deck in the format, or at the top of the tables in most tournaments. But anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on Kyurem VMAX, and I'll see you in our next preview video. Bye-bye!